Hello, everyone, and welcome to 3 o'clock with SOC. Happy first Monday of 2021. Give me just a second as I welcome our Spanish-speaking neighbors. Hola, buenas tardes. Muchísimas gracias por estar aquí con nosotros en otro foro comunitario con SOC, el primer foro comunitario de 2021. Estamos muy agradecidos de tenerles con nosotros. Como siempre, ustedes pueden escuchar el programa en español a través de una llamada de conferencia y el número que hay que marcar aparece en la pantalla. Hay que marcar a 646-749-3122 y luego hay que introducir el código para entrar y es 779-328-221. And the number that's on the screen right now is the number that you can reach us at SOC, the SOC office. And you can do that by calling 414-672-8090. You can email us at soc@socmilwaukee.org, or you can just check out our website at www.socmilwaukee.org. So again, the number that you can call to get simultaneous translation in Spanish is in the comments as well if you weren't able to get that as I said it. And again, here it is on the screen for you all. I just want to start out by saying happy 2021 to everyone. I hope that everyone was able to celebrate in a safe way with loved ones that they lived with, or loved ones maybe that they don't live with, but still in a safe way, as safe as possible. Wishing everyone all the best and all of the blessings for 2021. Other than that, I'm just going to go ahead and introduce myself. I'm Gabe Charles. I'm the Civic Engagement Manager with SOC, and with me I have Carlos behind the scenes doing production and comments, so very thankful to have him with me. And again, we are still available to you as SOC. We're still not doing work in person, but you can give us a call or reach us by Facebook or by email or give us a call. And also, we are still not doing any work in person, like I said, and that's why you don't see me with a mask on. So just know that if we were working in person, we would be adhering to the mask mandate to make sure that we're keeping ourselves and our loved ones safe and each other safe. But we are still working from home, and that's why I'm not wearing a mask. I also want to encourage everyone to fill out the SOC survey. We are still doing the survey in 2021 because we are going to be adjusting the way we deliver this information to all of you. So we really want your feedback on what makes most sense for you, what you've enjoyed about the forum, how you think it could be better. This is done for you all as residents, so we want to make sure that we're listening to any advice or ideas that you may have. So go ahead and click that link that's in the comments to fill out that survey. And we would be happy to hear all of your responses, whether they're good or, talking about some challenges that you have with the forum. And finally, I just want to share a disclaimer that the views and opinions shared today do not necessarily reflect those of SOC. As always, there are certain topics that we can talk about freely and others that we can't, but we will always give our guests the freedom to share their voice and their opinions, regardless of what they may be. Today is Civic Day. In this current format that we have, again, it will be changing, so stay tuned for what that might look like. And please, like I said, give us feedback on how you think it might look best for 2021. But today we're going to be talking with Benjamin Sanchez from the Neighborhood Improvement Development Corporation at the City of Milwaukee. I have a pre-recorded interview with him for all of you. And he's going to talk about different neighborhood improvement resources that are available to residents in the City of Milwaukee. And then a quick review of the rest of the week. On Wednesday, we're going to have Silvia Ortiz Velez, who is a county supervisor for District 12. And then Thursday, we're going to hear from Claire Evers from the Milwaukee Health Department. And then Friday, we're going to have Rebecca Heaton Juarez, who's the program director at Core El Centro. So we've got a stacked week for you all to start out 2021, and we hope you can tune in with us as you are able. And then always remembering that these videos stay on our Facebook page. So if you're not able to be with us live, you can always see these videos after the fact on our Facebook page or our YouTube page. So with that, I'm going to just go ahead and share that interview that I have for you all with Benjamin from the City of Milwaukee, talking about neighborhood improvement resources. So just give me a second to share my screen and we'll get that going. And why don't you go ahead and comment?
I am going to focus on 3 different programs available through our department. The first one is going to be the Strong Homes Loan Program. It is mainly designed for emergencies and essential repairs for individuals that live in their home and are experiencing some major issues that they need to fix. The second program I will talk about is a little bit more targeted. It's called the Targeted Investment Neighborhood, and I'll talk about the neighborhoods that are on the south side a little bit more in detail. And then the third program that I would like to talk about, which is a very, very popular program within our department, and it's very useful for creating beautification spaces within the neighborhood, is called the Community Improvement Project. And that one is a match grant program for residents that live in the neighborhood that are trying to fix different areas within their particular space in their neighborhood, their corner of the pocket there. The first program, the Strong Homes Loan Program, is an emergency loan that assists with up to $20,000 that can be used for fixing like major code compliance orders that an individual may have. If you have a roof that's leaking, it's leaking into your home and you're causing major problems of moisture or damage to the ceilings, things like that, we do have a program as well. And we do have an emergency sewer lateral program, which is part of that Strong Homes Loan Program as well. We work with lead lateral issues, and we work with also major issues related to health and safety. So if there are any concerns, and this may not be something that's applicable to you as a resident, but if you have any family members, any relatives, any friends that know that have major emergencies, and they potentially have been rejected from normal bank loans, from traditional financing, our loan is a loan of last resource. That means that I tried to apply for a loan at a bank. The bank said, no, I don't qualify. We're not as strict. We look at income, the ability to pay a loan. We look at credit, but we're a little bit less strict as a bank loan. And what we do with this loan process is if you are also elderly or disabled and with fixed income or very low income, we do have options available to you as well, that you don't have to make a monthly payment and there would not be any interest on the loan. So these are loans that are very, very, very useful for individuals that may be in a situation that cannot seek a loan through a normal bank. The loan is up to $20,000. We can provide up to 25% of the loan becomes forgivable as long as the homeowner lives in the house for 10 years after the work has been completed. And then 75% would be in the form of a 0% interest rate loan or a 3% interest rate loan. It depends on where your income falls and in what category you fall within the program. That's called the Strong Homes Loan Program. We do have 5 rehab specialists on staff. That means that individuals help you through the process of developing a scope of work, help you through the process of making information publicly available for contractors to provide you bids. So that takes off a little bit of the extra pressure trying to figure out contractors and who to work with. The other added peace of mind is we don't pay any contractors until the work has been completed. So there is not that concern of paying something and then all of a sudden the contractor taking off and you're stuck without having the work being done and losing out on money. We won't pay for anything until the work is done to make sure that it's satisfactory and that it meets certain standards to make sure that the work is of quality. I hope that that information helps. If you are interested in applying to the Strong Homes Loan Program, you can always reach us at our general phone number, which is 414-286-5610. Since we are currently in the COVID-19 pandemic, we are working remotely, but we do answer calls on a regular basis and we do respond within a timely fashion. So that's the first program. The second program is a
question about that first program. Do you accept loan applications on a rolling basis? Is there some sort of deadline or time of the year that you accept applications?
There's no deadline. It is an application process that's open yearly. It is City of Milwaukee wide. It's not limited to any specific neighborhoods. So anyone that lives within the City of Milwaukee limits And we are on a first come, first served basis. That means as long as funding is available, we're going to try to help as much as possible. We do have 3 different loan officers that also kind of help you a little bit on the front end as your application is assigned. So if you're not really sure if you qualify or not, don't hesitate in submitting an application. We will talk to you, and if there are obstacles, we'll explain these are the obstacles we need to work through to make sure that we can get you through an approved status.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And then, yeah, go ahead and go into the other, the second program.
Sure. The second program is a targeted investment neighborhood. And that program, I'm going to talk about some boundaries. And as we go through this process, I'm sure we'll put some links in the chat session so that you can have some information as to where to visit later on. The first program is the West Burnham Park or Silver City, and the boundaries are from 35th to 41st Street, from Scott Street to Lapham Street. The second is Clark Square, and that's from Cesar Chavez Drive to 24th Street, from Scott Street to Greenfield Street or Avenue. And then we have Walker's Square, which is from South 9th Street to Cesar Chavez, and from West Pierce to Greenfield Avenue. And again, those are 3 neighborhoods within the South Side, just 3 right now. We have a total of 8 different neighborhoods within the program called a targeted investment neighborhood. The other 5 neighborhoods are within the North Side. So if you live on the North Side and you're looking for information on these programs as well, we do have information and links available, and the websites will be posted in the chat session so you can follow those and figure out if your property falls within the neighborhood. That targeted investment neighborhood helps with up to $30,000 in the form of a 50% forgivable loan. So as long as you live in the home for 5 years, 50% of the loan can become fully forgivable. It is income driven. We are looking at individuals that fall within the 80% area median income. And we do have a portion of that loan that can be in the form of a 0% payback loan. That means that we're not charging any interest for that loan that's available. And again, we do offer the option that if you're elderly or disabled and on a fixed income or very low income, we may be able to offer what we call a deferred payment loan where there's not a monthly payment. That federal loan program is designed for fixing up the home based on lead abatement, replacement of windows, replacement of furnaces, insulation, weatherization. We're looking at health and safety as well. So it's a program that's really designed to help at the full project at the house completely. We have some major benefits with that program in the sense that it is federally funded. It is supported with the Department of Neighborhood Services. We do look at everything in terms of code potential violations. We look at anything that may be of health or concern to any children under the age of 6. If you are renting the property, we also look to make sure that it also covers for any tenants that may have children under the age of 6 to prevent any type of lead poisoning based on paint. It's a very popular program. It does change every 3 years, so you definitely need to keep an eye on the website to make sure that your property and the neighborhood is actually the neighborhood within your designated boundaries. Our website is regularly updated, and typically the program ends on the 31st of December. So if you know that your property is within a boundary and you want to apply before the end of the year, it's a good time to do that. As long as your application is in, we can kind of look at it to make sure that if we can qualify you. We do have credit requirements as well. We look at payment history. We do look at the ability to pay a loan back. But again, it's a program to help you fix your home to make sure it's safe and healthy. Any questions on that program?
Yeah, no, you said that the program ends on the 31st. So for those that are in, do you want to just run through those neighborhoods?
Sure, the neighborhoods, again, check into the neighborhoods because they may still extend for next year. I'm not really sure. So you may want to check with your partner within the website. There's a phone number for the partner. So it's West Burnham Park, Silver City from 35th to 41st Street, from Scott Street to Lapham Street. We have Clark Square that goes from Cesar Chavez Drive to 24th Street, from Scott to Greenfield Avenue. And you have Walker Square that goes from South 9th to Cesar Chavez or 16th Street, and from West Pierce to Greenfield Avenue. So those are the 3 neighborhoods within the South Side. We have a total of 8 citywide programs.
Awesome. Yeah, and then go ahead and continue on to the third program then.
The third program is a program that we've worked with in the past with the Southside Organizing Center. We've worked with also other partner agencies. They're community improvement projects. It's a match grant program with up to $4,000 in match grant funding. It is typically a resident-driven type of program. And let's say, for example, some of the areas that you may have been familiar with are like the painted murals that you see within the neighborhood, or community gardens, or sometimes there's these painted rain barrels. Those are some examples of some of the projects that we do fund. We do fund many other programs and projects that are available within the neighborhood that may not be as visual or visible from the street. There are sometimes like community libraries, different projects that are very unique. You actually come up with the ideas as a resident, and you kind of work with your neighbors or with the partner agencies within your neighborhood to put a plan in place and develop that application. Then you submit that application, we'll look at it, and we can help with up to $4,000 in money to help that project or idea become a reality within your neighborhood. That one's actually a lot of fun because of the fact that you get to see the development, you get to see all the families and children and different members of the community involved within developing and creating that project and making it successful.
Yeah, and such a unique array of projects as well. Well, that is all really great information for folks that are watching. I know we will definitely share that information and a regular post on our Facebook page as well. Do you have Spanish language resources available either on your website or on a hotline or anything like that?
Whenever you call us at the 414-286-5610, and I'll say that in Spanish just in case as well. Si quieren más información en relación a nuestros programas, nos puedes llamar al 414-286-5610. 286-5610. Tenemos representantes que hablan español y que le pueden ayudar a través del proceso. También puedes visitar las páginas de redes que vamos a proveer. Tienen información en español también. So information is readily available in English, and then there are links also within the website where you can access that information in Spanish as well.
Awesome. That's great to know. I was muted, sorry about that. So again, all of the information appears in the comment section that he was talking about, the 3 different programs. So please check that out. There's a bunch of different options for folks, whether it's a community project that you want to get started to beautify your neighborhood or do something else in your neighborhood, loan programs, home repairs, all types of things that are available through the Neighborhood Improvement Development Corporation. So go ahead and give them a call or check them out on their website. And now I have the pleasure of bringing on Marlene to talk about some COVID updates in the city of Milwaukee and in the state of Wisconsin. Hey.
Hello.
Happy New Year, my love.
Yes, Happy New Year. That being said, we actually have a little banner here. We can say Happy New Year, everyone.
Yay.
2021 hopefully will be better than 2020. Even if it's a gradual progression into decreasing COVID-19, eventually, hopefully, maybe towards the fall, we have this virus eradicated or hopefully under control. So today is so my segment is the COVID-19 segment, and today I'm gonna be going over. First, I'm gonna let you watch this video about this new technology that's available on your phone through your settings. And essentially, it's a way for you to keep track of who's around you and who's tested positive for COVID-19 around you. So your phone will be able to tell you who you're around. So, like, let's say you go into a store, you'll get a notification if someone around you has been exposed to COVID-19 and they tested positive. This way you'll know who you're hanging out with and you'll get a notification right away. It'll help control COVID-19 and possibly help us decrease numbers in the next coming weeks. This was a recent addition to iPhones and Google phones in the past month. It was released on December 25th. And it's a great way for all of us to really, keep track of like our status with COVID-19. And it all depends. So like, I'll explain everything in this video. So.
Battling COVID-19 is an unprecedented global challenge. Battling COVID-19 is an unprecedented global challenge. To get communities around the world back up and running as quickly and safely as possible, public health authorities are building smartphone apps to help with contact tracing. Contact tracing is one of the best ways to stop a virus from spreading. It can take thousands of disease investigators to alert everyone who's been in contact with people who've tested positive. But even if disease investigators do their jobs perfectly, alerting the people a COVID patient doesn't know or can't remember is incredibly difficult. Smartphone apps that public health authorities build can help people at risk of infection get notified much more quickly. But a contact tracing app works best when more people download it. And being asked to download an app without knowing how it will handle your personal information might cause people to worry about their privacy, and they may not feel safe participating. That's why engineers at Apple and Google have been working together to make public health technology that protects individual privacy, so that people never have to choose between their privacy and the health and safety of their community. You're probably wondering what that means and how that all works, and we're going to walk you through it in a second, but first let's be really clear about a couple things. First, apps using this system cannot track your location. And second, this system does not share your identity with Google, Apple, or other users. Here's how that works. For every phone that's opted in, our technology disguises your identity by generating a random sequence of numbers that change every few minutes. Then, using Bluetooth, anytime your phone detects another phone close by that's also opted in, the two exchange those random numbers. If in the future someone's positive for COVID-19, they can report that positive result in their app. Any phones that had exchanged random numbers in the last 14 days will receive a notification that they may have been exposed to COVID-19 without revealing their identity. Public health authorities can then help anyone at risk get testing and treatment. But it's up to all of us to help with contact tracing. Do your part and look for your public health authority app that uses this exposure notifications system. The more people who participate, the sooner we can beat COVID-19 and get our communities back on their feet.
Okay, so essentially this was a collaboration with Apple and Google. And what they're doing is they're trying to get our phones to give out these notifications, okay? So I created a little video here that I'm going to explain of how you can do it off of your phone. I have an Apple phone. I do not have a Google phone. With Google, you have to download the app. So you can go to Wisconsin Exposure, look up Wisconsin Exposure in your Google Play app to download the game, like where you go to download games and apps. So go in there and look up Wisconsin Exposure, and you can download that app, and that's how you will keep track of, people that are around you. But for iPhones, I created this video. So you go into your settings and then you click on exposure notifications. Then you're going to click on turn on exposure notifications, click agree, select your country. So you're going to select the country. So I have to go all the way down to United States. Then you're going to select your state or region that you live in. So Wisconsin. Then there's going to be some information on how this doesn't collect any of your GPS information. You'll turn it on, agree to all of these things. Then you're going to activate the setting for this, right? So once you do that, it's going to allow Bluetooth to be able to get a wide variety of data of the individuals that are around you. So my phone, when I'm going to the supermarket, is going to detect anyone around me that stated that they were positive for COVID-19. So that's one way of us tracking, if we're exposed to anyone that has COVID or not. Granted, individuals do have to update their status on here. So that's a part of the only issue. But I do believe, hopefully in the next coming days, that they will integrate, they'll integrate the public health, the medical record system with this. So then individual status will automatically be updated on the app or in your phone. So then people won't have a choice in reporting their status. It'll automatically happen. And so that's for the well-being of others and those that are around you. So I wouldn't want to go to the grocery store and, find out later after 14 days that I was exposed to someone that had, COVID-19. But it's also better for me to know that I was exposed, so then I can quarantine. It's going to help decrease numbers for sure, and just bring more awareness to COVID-19 and who has COVID and who doesn't. So that being said, I do have another update for you guys on here. So the Governor Evers announced that Wisconsin is going to offer at-home COVID-19 testing option. So what that entails is that you can go to the site. We're going to put a link in the site, in the comment section, and you will be able to order your own collection kit. So how that works is, one second, let me pull that up for you. So if you see here, this is a way that you can get your collection kit. So essentially, your step one is you request an at-home collection kit, and this is all free because Governor Evers put in a large sum of money so this can be provided, so individuals can get these testing kits delivered to their home. So step one is you're going to request an at-home collection kit, and you use that by clicking on the button below. A collection kit will be delivered directly to your home. P.O. boxes are not eligible to have kits delivered. Step two is you're going to collect your sample. So once you receive your collection kit, you must collect the sample in the presence of a licensed healthcare professional over a virtual Zoom call. So you can do that by setting up a meeting with one of your providers, or setting up a meeting with one of your providers from a free location such as 16th Street Clinic. You can set up a meeting with them. Step three is you send in your sample. So after you've collected your saliva sample, so you're just going to kind of swab your mouth, you will need to drop off your collection kit at a UPS drop-off location on the same day as the collection. So you have to, once you swab that day, you have to deliver it that day, or else the data will be skewed, which means that you're not going to get a right result. So now I clicked request a collection kit. You go on here, you put on order a test. I will definitely go through this with you guys tomorrow, but I just wanted to give information about this for today, that you have the ability to request this. But that's all. That is my COVID-19 update. I hope everyone is having a great start to their year.
Hey, you actually do have a question that I'm going to translate for you here. It's Maria de Jesus is asking if she was positive over a month ago and is already out of quarantine, will the app still list her as a positive exposure even if she's now out of quarantine? If you know that.
I don't believe it will. If you've passed a month, you don't do that. But also, it's a manual thing, so you yourself have to update that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you go into your settings and you click on the notification part that I showed, you will see that you'll see that it says like update active COVID-19 status. You'll click that, and then that'll activate that you were just exposed to COVID-19 or you're positive for COVID-19. So that's what it means. That's a way to keep track of like everyone's status, but it's not going to automatically happen. They're not going to automatically update your status from your healthcare provider yet. They're still working on that. There's a lot of legality issues that go behind it. But for right now, this is what they're using. So.
No, thank you for that clarification. So let us know, Maria, if that helped you out. And thank you for your question. Marlene, as always, that was a ton of really good info, and I can't wait to hear more about it throughout the week.
Yeah, for sure. We'll go over the testing kits, ordering the testing kits tomorrow. And I might also order myself one just so I can show you guys how it works.
Yeah, for sure. Very cool. All right, we'll see you soon, Marlene.
Great. Bye.
Bye. And I realized that I totally forgot to tell people to comment hello, and I'm seeing some comments saying hello now. So feel free to give us a shout out, give us a heart, give us a like, just say hello if you are watching. Hola, Lucas, Maria de Jesus, hello. We've got Maria, another Maria also saying hello. And then Maria saying, sí, gracias, that she got the response she was looking for. So thank you all for being here with us and for engaging in the comments. We always love that so much. And now for you all, I'm just going to give a quick update about what's going on in the civic world. A lot of foolery, but we continue on. We still don't know when we will get a stimulus. The Senate Majority Leader McConnell used his power as the Majority Leader to block the Senate from voting on the stimulus package even after the House already had approved it. So there has not been a vote, and there's not a scheduled vote yet for this stimulus package. And we will just be watching diligently to see any information that comes out about that. Also coming up this week, Congress will vote to officially certify the election results on a national level, right? Because the Electoral College of each state already certified their results, but now on a national level, Congress is going to vote to certify the election results this Wednesday, January 6th. And there are about a dozen Republican senators, including Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson, that say they're going to object to certifying the Electoral College results, even though there's still no evidence of widespread voter fraud. But we will see how that plays out on Wednesday. I'll come on with more updates for you all as more information comes out about that. Other than that, I just want to say hello to Juan, who also is saying hi, and Ariana Blakes are some of our faithful youth organizers. Really glad to have y'all on here. But I'm going to let you all know, too, what's coming up this week on a local level. We have some meetings. So starting from the bottom up, today there was a Steering and Rules Committee meeting scheduled, but it was canceled. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. there's a Licenses Committee meeting. Wednesday at 9 a.m. there's a Public Works Committee meeting. Also on Wednesday at 1:30, there's a Community and Economic Development Committee meeting, as well as a City-County Task Force on Climate and Economic Equity at 2:30. Then on Thursday at 9 a.m., there's a Public Safety and Health Committee meeting, as well as a Fire and Police Commission executive session and regular session at 4:30 and 5:30. And then to finish out the week on Thursday, there is a Board of Health meeting at 5:30. And just as a reminder, the the link that you can use to access the information about those different committee meetings of the Common Council are in the comment section. And if you have ever any questions about how to access them, how to look at the agendas, how to look at the minutes, that is on the SOC website, or you can always reach out to us and I can help explain the best and easiest way to access those different pieces of information for you all. I'm just going to make sure that we don't have any other questions or hellos in the comments, but very thankful for all the information that was shared today. Very glad to be back here with all of you after a few-week break for the holidays and for the new year, hoping that everybody has started out the new year as best as they possibly can. And I will leave you all with, actually, let me remind you all who is coming up the rest of this week. So on Wednesday, we have Silvia Ortiz Velez from the county board coming on. She represents the 12th district as county supervisor. And then Thursday, we're going to have Claire Evers from the Milwaukee Public Health Department on with us for another update. Then Friday, we're going to have Rebecca Heaton Juarez, who's the program director at Core El Centro. So again, we got a stacked week for all of you. Really glad to be back with you all. And I'll leave you with a thank you video. Oh, and also fill out our...
I'm Juan. And I'm Mitzi. We would like to thank everyone for supporting our 3 o'clock with SOC live show.
And for completing our SOC survey.
In addition to thanking our residents and tuning in and sharing our show.
We would also like to thank our sponsors.
Catholic Campaign for Human Development.
Wisconsin Voices.
City Development Block Grant.
Zebler Foundation.
City of Milwaukee Office of Violence Prevention.
Movement Voter Project.
Tide
Foundation.
City of Milwaukee Promise Zone.
12th District Alderman Jose Perez.
All the faithful individuals who support SOC
through their personal donations.
Thank you.